Imagine a river of wealth so powerful, so immense, that it dictated the rise and fall of emperors, fueled the conquests of legendary warlords, and carried the very destiny of two hemispheres on its shifting currents. This was not a physical river of water, but a 7,000-mile artery of dust and diamonds, the magnificent, terrifying Silk Road. Can you believe that an entire global economy, stretching from the gilded palaces of Chang'an to the cold marble forums of Rome, was built upon the backs of camels and the whisper of secrets traded in desolate caravanserais? This monumental network, the single greatest achievement in cross-cultural exchange, seemed eternal, indestructible, a law of nature itself.
And then silence. A catastrophe no one saw coming. An economic and cultural collapse so profound that it wiped entire metropolises off the map, leaving only sand-choked skeletons where millions once thrived.
We are talking about the moment when the heartbeat of the ancient world finally faltered, when the greatest trade route in history went to sleep, leaving a legacy of ghost cities more haunting than any tomb. This is the terrifying story of the Great Stillness. For 1,000 years, the Silk Road was the ultimate connector. It moved more than just silk and spices. It transmitted mathematical genius, religious dogma, architectural blueprints, and, critically, the lethal pathogens that would reshape human existence.
The wealth flowing through it was staggering. The taxes alone supported the colossal infrastructure of the Tang dynasty in the east and funded the perpetual wars of the Sasanian Empire in Persia. Every single artifact of luxury in the West, from pure sapphire pigments to the exquisite scent of frankincense, was paid for in Roman gold.
Every day, thousands of camels, the magnificent ships of the desert, would depart the great hubs, their bells chiming a ceaseless symphony of commerce that echoed across the vast emptiness of the Taklamakan and Gobi deserts. Now imagine waking up, perhaps in the bustling market town of Merv, a key junction point, and realizing the chime is gone. The dust devils spin unchallenged in the empty courtyards where foreign merchants once haggled fiercely over peppercorns and jade. The silence was not immediate, but it was agonizingly final. It began as a trickle, a caravan route deemed too risky, a port city bypassed due to escalating costs, and ended as a terrifying drought that sucked the life out of everything it touched. Consider the oasis towns, like Dunhuang, where the Mogao Caves held the largest collection of Buddhist art in the world, funded entirely by the relentless passage of wealthy pilgrims and merchants seeking safe passage. When the caravans stopped, the donations dried up instantly. The monks and artists, once vital custodians of culture, packed their meager belongings and fled, leaving behind frescoes and colossal statues to face the judgment of the unforgiving desert wind. Cities like Palmyra, the jewel of the Syrian desert, which grew rich, acting as the crucial intermediary between Rome and Persia, suddenly found their specialized purpose nullified. Their towering temples and colonnaded streets, built as monuments to perpetual trade, became monuments to ultimate abandonment. What power could possibly defeat an economic engine this vast? Was it a massive invasion force that severed the lines? A sudden cataclysmic shift in climate? Or was it something far more subtle, something driven by human ingenuity and the terrifying realization that perhaps there was an easier, if riskier, way to connect the world? The first whispers of doom were carried on the sails of small wooden ships, a shift that would fundamentally rewrite the rules of global connectivity. Merchants, tired of the relentless banditry, the exorbitant transit taxes demanded by every tiny kingdom along the route, and the sheer time required to cross continents by land, began looking nervously toward the vast, blue unknown, the ocean road.